Oh, what a night. October 10, 2011. People we hired and fired. Monday Night War, oh what a night. Hey everybody, Zach Attack is here with your War review for tonight. Raw Supershow review, and boy oh boy, like I said, oh what a night. When it comes down to wrestling, not a great night. A DQ, a no contest, a squash, and a quick Divas match. When it comes to building storylines, heading towards vengeance, oh boy. 2 matches made, and a lot of changes going round. Let's begin now with what happened to begin War tonight. As we all know, what happened last week, everyone walked out. There was a lot of people walking out, camera guys, announcers, ring announcers, and a lot of wrestlers were walking out. So we began Raw with an empty ringside area with nobody in ringside, no announcers, no commentators, no nothing besides a few camera guys. And Triple H was seen walk into the ring. So Triple H walked out to the ring, talking about the superstars doing this walkout thing and saying, hey, they didn't just walk out on me specifically, they walked out on superstars. We didn't care about nothing but themselves. You know, let's lockout controversy, this lockout thing, walkout thing, I'll get to in a second. But my point is that Triple H does have a valid point with that, and the fans all have made importance in WWE. The fans are what made WWE. In this storyline, fans are getting shafted a little bit, but fans like this chaos. But they don't like people pussying out and just calling it quits just because it's an unsafe work environment. It's been chaos and disorder before, but no one walked out like this. I know it's storyline, but hey. So Triple H about that and wants to do Raw despite all this stuff. People walking out. So you had CM Punk, Cena, and Sheamus coming out saying basically the same thing. There's been a lot of shit going on. But you know what, Triple H? I'm your man. I'm staying along for the ride, baby. Monday Night Wars, I'll love. We will support the fans. We're wrestling. Triple H is like, well, here's what we're going to do. Sheamus, you wrestle Cena. Be referee. Punk, you be ring announcer, bell ringer, and commentator. So we had Sheamus and John Cena, a semi-match to kick off Raw tonight. Sheamus and Cena was, like I said, an opener. Okay. It was an okay opener. Of course, it was ruined by, no chance! No chance in hell! A lot of rumors were flying around the internet, and Vince McMahon came back tonight. During the Sheamus Cena match, it was an okay matchup, but it was just a little fellow to fill in before Vince came out. So Vince came out saying, great, I love you, man, I love the chaos and disorder, but you know what? They had an emergency meeting today for the board of directors. They don't like this walkout, because they said, the superstars said they'll not go in the War unless Triple H resigns. Or it's forced out of relinquishing the control of Raw. That's the only reason they would come back is that Triple H doesn't control Raw anymore. Well, Vince said board of directors didn't want this walkout to get more crazier than it is. So Triple H, as of right now, you are no longer controlling Raw. And we have an interim GM. First time ever, a human GM instead of the fucking computer. But, you know what? I'd rather have a computer than that dumbass John Laurinaitis being GM. Now, I said this. Jerry the King Lawler, when he did his little speech last week, he said he thinks there's someone screwing Triple H. I say it's Laurinaitis. I seriously think Laurinaitis, I've said this all along, that Laurinaitis is nothing but a stooge. Boy, am I kind of white. He's kind of like a stooge. You know what I mean? He's a new GM, and he made a statement very quickly, making his first match on the fly with Christian taking on John Morrison. Now, I think I finally know why John Morrison's getting his ass beat every week. From a squash against Alberto Wheel a few weeks ago, then losing last week, and he lost again this week in a street close match against Christian. And on the fly match, it was like a 2-minute match. Morrison had an opportunity, but Christian got the spear in a quick 2-3-minute match after a 20-minute segment, which led to like a 2-minute mini-match with Cena and Sheamus. Now I finally know why John Morrison's getting shafted. I'm hearing his contract is almost up. Is up for expiration. And with all the rumors of backstage heat involving Morrison, especially after what happened with the rumors this year about him getting mad that Melina was shafted over Trish Stratus at WrestleMania 27 in their match against against, what was it? I think it was like Dolph and Biggie. And Moore was on a team up with Trish instead of Melina with Trish and Snooki. Oh, God. There was here Morrison then. It's probably going to add up with Morrison getting fired at this point and not renewing his contract, being another future endeavor. But that's sad. They're making Morrison go through this. And I hope to God Morrison does get resigned so he can come back to being built properly. But it's stupid. Morrison getting demoted. And Zack Ryder's getting demoted. I'll get to him in a second. So, like I said, now we know why Morrison's been losing. His contract's almost up. Maybe if he's gonna resign with the company, maybe he'll finally win something. Please just say, hey Morrison, you don't resign, you keep losing until you're out. So he lost to Christian in a 2-minute squash to officially begin war when everyone came back, including King, JR, and Cole. JR not for long, we'll get to that in a moment. So then after that squash between Christian and John Morrison, we had Mark Henry coming out. Mark Henry saw a Big Show. I had seen on SmackDown, but I saw the clip. A Big Show slamming Mark Henry through a table, making a statement to Mark Henry to give him a title shot at Vengeance or at any point. Henry said, yada, yada, yada. Mark Henry would get revenge on Big Show. But Randy Orton tonight. So here comes Randy Orton. Long last made the match. Off the air, made the match between Orton and Mark Henry tonight. Henry Orton. Okay, the match, it was okay, Henry beat Orton outside the ring, It was a decent match. Henry slammed Orton, but then he was about to do the world's strongest slam, and Cody Rhodes came flying down, wanted to interfere. But then after one move, Orton was going to get world's strongest slam by Mark Henry. Orton countered it to an RKO. Looked like kind of like a DDT, RKO DDT thing, but Orton was just about to get a pin, but then boom. Cody Rhodes came flying in, interfering, causing disqualification. Because, of course, we all know Cody got stitches in his head after Orton busted him open on SmackDown 2 weeks ago. And all Cody wanted was revenge. So he beat the shit out of Orton, even giving him a crossroads and paper bagging Randy Orton. I say they could make Cody wrestle Orton at Vengeance. They're probably going to let Big Show wrestle Mark Henry at Vengeance. So probably make Orton wrestle Cody at Vengeance. But I don't think it's going to be for the title. I seriously don't think Orton should need the IC title right now. That's like, I'm trying to think of an analogy. Orton going from winning the World Championship to winning the IC Championship. That's like going from winning the WWE title to going to winning the TNA title. It doesn't mean nothing. It means nothing. So there you go with Cody Rhodes getting revenge on Randy Orton causing disqualification. So we had a 2-minute squash with Christian and Morrison. We had a DQ with Orton and Mark Henry. What would happen next? A 3 to 4 minute Divas match with even Kelly finally not facing anyone, finally facing people other than the Bellatrix or Natalya and Beth. They took on 2 lesser divas, Rosa Mendez and Tamina. And a bunch of everyone was shaking their head like, oh my god, they're not fired yet? And there was a little botch. When Kelly did a little somersault thing, she had a little botch. Like a little, like miscue or whatever. And match, what I say, Divas match. Sloppy at best. But Kelly is indeed fired up, one to get the title back for Beth Phoenix. But it was Eve who got the victory over Tamina, getting a win for their team, while Beth and Natalya anxiously looked on. After that match, John Laurinaitis came flying down, and mind you, Raw tonight was in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the home of one, JR, Jim Walls. JR walked into the ring. John Laurinaitis asked him to. And John's like, listen, JR, you were one of many people who walked out on the WWE last week with everybody else. And what was strange is Triple H gave you a job back. And you basically walked out on WWE and him, the man who he hired you. You're an ungrateful, redneck ingrate, that's what he called him. I call John Laurinaitis a stooge. That's what I heard. And an asshole. Seriously, they should, I know it's TV PG and all, but please, Please bring back the asshole chants for John Laurinaitis. I want to hear people say, asshole, asshole. I think you suck. But it's not as powerful as saying, asshole, asshole to John Laurinaitis. Seriously. But John Laurinaitis said, JR, since you did that, you are fired. God, Michael Cole probably had the biggest night ever of his career. His ego got a big boost. His ego is probably as bigger than his dick getting hard tonight. You know, his ego was overinflated tonight. With JR getting fired, Triple H being relinquished of his duties, and the last thing, which I'll get to in a moment. So then after JR got fired by Laurinaitis, we had another match, which was a 6-man tag, with Boom teaming up with Mason Wyatt, teaming up against Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, and David Otunga. Now, you tell me they had Zack Ryder win over Dolph Ziggler for 2 weeks in a row and won 9-title matches, and now you go from pushing Zack Ryder to pushing a stiff motherfucker dummy like Mason Wyatt? Are you serious, bro? Come on! Zack wasn't in Raw for 2 weeks in a row. He got demoted over Mason Wyatt. He beat Dolph Ziggler twice. Why are you pushing Mason Wyatt over pushing Zack Ryder more? It's fucking stupid. And Mason's a stiff. Everyone knows Mason sucks. I know he's a good guy and all, but come on. But anyway, the match was okay. It was a tough night for me because I was not only watching Raw, but I was flipping between the Lions and the Bears game. And as right now, as of this recording, Bears are losing, Lions are winning. But anyway, this match I didn't see a lot of, but it was okay. You know, okay 6-man tag. Swagger and Dolph are a very good tag team. They have prospects. You know, they will win the tag team title, either that or another team, which I will address in a moment. That was fired, which I'll get to in a moment. But anyway, we had Air Boom getting the victory with a clothesline and, of course, the finisher, the Mason Wyatt stiff move. That's what I'm calling it. The Wyatt stiff, because they don't have a name for Mason Wyatt's finishing maneuver. I call it the Wyatt stiff. The Mason stiff. 1, 2, 3, Mason Wyatt gets a victory for his team. And I'm saying this. If they don't give Zack Ryder a match on Raw again this week, I hope to God there's a Wyatt on Raw next week if Zack's not on Raw again. All I'm going to say is, woo, woo, woo. You know it. So then we had that. Then we were going to have our scheduled main event. Up until the Rio. Taking on CM Punk again. Now, 2 weeks ago, they headlined Raw in the main event. It was an awesome main event. And now I just found out, doing Raw tonight, like everybody else did, that Cena is taking on Alberto for the title. Back to the status quo. Come fucking on. I was hoping that Punk would get a shot against Del Rio, not fucking Cena. And then by the end of the night, we know why Punk ain't getting the shot at Alberto at Vengeance. Well, I'll tell you all about that in a second. So, coming off getting the World, they will be defending against Cena again. By the way, I say Cena will win. But maybe they'll finally let Alberto win on one of my matches against Cena. Because Cena beat him at the Night of Champions pay-per-view for the championship. So if Alberto beats Cena at Vengeance, they'll be 1-1. And have the woman match at Survivor Series. That's what I think should happen. That let Alberto get a clean victory over Cena since Cena beat him at Night of Champions. So we had Alberto and CM Punk. Match was decent. It was starting to build up a little bit. But all of a sudden, Laurinaitis came flying down again saying, hey, stop the match! Stop the match! Punk and Alberto, stop wrestling! This match is no longer 1-on-1. It's a tag team match against 2 men. I reinstated. I thought in my head, don't tell me it is what I think it was. And I was thinking correctly. It was, as I thought, Miz and Truth. Awesome Truth is back. Now, I knew they were going to come back. But I'm glad they had a good build. Like, instead of them making them come back quickly, they teased them, invaded the arena, and now they're rehired again by Laurinaitis after Triple H got relinquished. And that's why I talk about Michael Cole having a big night. You know, Cole probably had his character had the biggest night of his career because he was like probably happy the whole time. He was on cloud 9 tonight. His ego was on cloud 9 because Triple H got relinquished of his duties, JR got fired, and Miz and Truth got rehired. So it's a great night to be Michael Cole, the character asshole. So it went from Punk versus Alberto to Punk being reluctant tag partner with Alberto to take on Miz and Truth in the main event. Now, Punk and Alberto being reluctant tag partners, they did okay. Until Alberto got his ass ripped, tagged Punk in with a little, like they kept like tagging each other like not like this, like they're like, or like, you know, shoving each other for the tag. So then Alberto tags in Punk, and then Alberto walks out on Punk, leaving Punk 2-on-1 against Miz and Truth. And Punk, I'll give him credit, he is the man. I'm hoping that they'll build him a lot more. I hope he gets another shot soon, the title, probably at Survivor Series or at TLC. But Punk held his own against Miz and Truth. Ended up being a disqualification victory for Punk. It wasn't no contest because Miz and Truth were both double teaming on Punk in the 5 count. So he beat the crap out of Punk because Punk was double teaming everybody. I like when he bulldogged Miz and clothesline Truth at the same time. That was awesome. Then that's when Miz was going to be in for to go to sleep. Truth interfered. They double teamed and caused a DQ. And all of a sudden, Triple H came flying down. Now, with Miz and Truth back, because Triple H wants to get his hands all over Miz and Truth. So he attacks Miz and Truth after the match, beats the shit out of Miz and Truth, cleans house with Punk. Then backstage, Laurinaitis makes the announcement that Triple H will be teaming up with Punk against Miz and Truth at Vengeance. Possibly building towards Survivor Series, where these two may possibly team up with Rock and Cena. That's the main rumor right now. So we'll see what happens at this point, you know what I mean? With Triple H and Punk taking on Miz and Truth. Cannot wait to that at Vengeance. Overall tonight was an okay night for wrestling, but when it comes down to building storylines heading towards Vengeance, a lot happened. People got rehired, people got fired. So we'll see what happens under the John Laurinaitis era of Raw as of now. Should they let the walkout be a lot longer? I'm mixed on that. But I think they shouldn't because they were like 5 guys who can really wrestle. So I think they let the lockout go out a little quicker than we all thought. Lasted within a week. And that is it. My Raw review tonight. I'll see y'all later. See you tomorrow for my attack line, which I'll be reviewing the Lions and the Bears game. And more. That might be the attack, but a review from Zach. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.